This broadcast is streamed and produced by Midnight Sports and is not affiliated with any hockey organization, club, or team. Midnight Sports is comprised of hockey parents who stream games for friends and family who cannot attend the games in person.
Hello and welcome on in to the Power Play Rinks in Exton, Pennsylvania for Midnight Sports coverage of the New York Stars 2025-2026 season. We've got the season opener for the Stars today against old foes Snider Hockey. Stars 16U national team played Snider 2 times last year, with Snider coming out ahead in each of those games by a score of 3-1. As is always the case year to year, there's some turnover on these rosters, and the Stars and Snider are no different this year. The Stars returned 10 players from their 16U AA team, joined by a holdover from their 18U AA team, James Nicolaitis, as well as players from their 18U single A team of last year, including Davio Struda, Hezikov, Gorlov, Rosick, and Tepper. Goalie Patrick Donaghy joined this group as well to round out the goaltending stable. It's the start of the year, of course, but lending a bit more urgency to the proceedings is that for many of these players, it's the last start of the year for them. The last August to break in new skates, the last summer of hard work so that the dog days of January end in wins rather than losses, and the last opening game of the season. If all roads lead to Beer League, the exit ramp might just be in sight, but it's not here yet. We've still got miles and miles to go before anybody sleeps. And so grab a beverage, take a seat, and enjoy the last first game of the season for so many of these competitors. It's the Stars taking on Snider Hockey in an 18U EJEPL opener right here on Midnight Sports. right there, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for tuning in to Game 1 of the EJEPL season. It's the Stars in their home white jerseys taking on Snider Hockey all the way down here in Exton, PA. And we're going to get you set with the scoreboard up on the screen. As you may recall from years past, it is 2 20-minute halves here in all EJ gameplay. And if the score's tied at the end, it's 4-on-4 hockey for 5 minutes and a sudden death overtime. And if the score's still tied after that 5 minutes of the first overtime period, you go to a second 3-on-3 hockey for 5 minutes, and the game can then end in a tie if it's still knotted. It's all sudden death at that point. But we expect, 25 minutes. That's misspoken and put up on your screen just a little bit wrong. Anyway, 25-minute halves up there on the screen. Otherwise, of course, you'd be playing for less time rather than more in these EJ games. Anyway, no need to wax philosophic about the time on the scoreboard. We've got it right now, 25 minutes on the clock. Just some last-minute strategy around Donaghy in the Stars crease. Looks like he's going to get the nod here in Game 1. And so the Stars, just a little bit of a discussion around their net. As Donaghy does get stretched out on the left side of your screen. Puck's being picked up. And now some last-minute strategy from Coach O'Brien at the Stars bench. All the way across the rink. Beautiful rink here at Power Play Rinks in Exton, PA. Nice catbird seat up here. A little bit of white netting in front of us might limit the zoom on your camera. But good news, bad news, you can listen to my dulcet tones try and describe what's going on at the far end of the rink. We're on rink Wi-Fi here today. If the broadcast cuts out, we're also recording it. We'll upload it as necessary after the game. Well, hard to believe after a long, hot summer, we're back at the rink, but here we are. And we are just about ready for game numero uno here from Exton, PA. Over the boards comes Viscoso and Ramos as the defensive pair to start. It will be O'Leary and looks like Rosick and perhaps James Nicolaitis there at center ice to take the drop. Just about ready to go. Boards being pounded, and we're off and running for game 1 of the season. Stars win that faceoff clean. They go D to D, and now they'll try and work it up through the neutral zone. Storming for it was Nicolaitis. Puck just out of his grasp, and so resetting is Ramos all the way across the ice, and he'll send that puck on up and into the zone, and then Snider reverses course. They'll tap it forward, try and touch it before it goes for an icing. They're first to it. Heavy hit there in the corner by Viscoso. Separates his man from the puck. Rolling puck nearly comes out front. Down goes Donaghy. He's protected that near post, and the Stars will get that one back. It's tapped on up. Big hit there on O'Leary, but he was able to move the puck through the neutral zone. Snider tries to dump in once more. It's now the Stars working that up to their blue line. O'Leary picks up that puck at the blue line, works it on up to the neutral zone, and resetting is Rosick all the way back to the Star zone. Looks like Big Alec O'Day seeing some ice time for the first time today. Puck comes out front, but it's snapped wide there by Kocher, and onward we play. Stars move it up, weak side of the ice. Storming on in is Rosick. Long shift for him, but he's able to work it deep, and this will be Bizarro now trying to work on the puck behind his zone, or behind the offensive net, I should say. As the Stars come away with it up to the point, they slap it just wide of the cage. Still no shot on goal just yet by either team, as Snider will pick that puck up and come forward with it. All the way through the neutral zone, that was picked off far side of the ice. It's Riley Bergman out there now at right wing, able to work that puck for Bizarro behind the net. Comes off the metal of the cage, and it'll be Snider away with it. They work it up to the neutral zone. Getting back is O'Day. Long stretch pass connects. Shot comes in. Donaghy with the save. It's now Snider, far side of the ice. They work it deeper. Bolonic able to shovel it over to Bizarro. Near side of the ice. Bouncing puck finds a Star. And it will be the home team working that puck up and out of their defensive zone. It's now Snider trying to reset. They go point to point at their own circles. They work it up, but not past Kocher, who's going to flick that puck in. Bounces wide of the cage. Snider to pick up there. Snider behind their own net, and they'll work that puck up and forward. We'll try and get you some rink noise here, too, as we go on. It'll be Snider near corner defensive zone. They snap it up to the half boards on out, but not past the point. Puck bounces there. It's Ramos who's able to keep it in for Bizarro. Bizarro just a bit deeper for Bergman. Bergman on down to Belonik. Return pass up to Bergman. It's chipped forward, but deflected off a shin guard, and here comes Snider in the other direction in a hurry. Getting back is Druda with Ramos. Puck comes all the way across. That puck ends up behind the net, but on the good side, if you're a Stars fan, now it bounces in front and on up and down to the Snider zone. Stars able to clear that out. It's Gitman on the forecheck as Snider works it on to the far side. Gitman upends his man, and on in is Davios for support. Russo out there with him. And that puck chipped forward by Druda. Puck sits at the advertising boards far side of the ice. Then it's thrown wide of the cage. No shooting lane there for the Stars. They just had to dump it on in. And the bouncing puck comes up to Davios. And then it's chipped up and out by Snider. Back forward is Druda. Ramos able to hop over the puck. And his defensive partner dumps it on in. Snider now will come the other way as that puck comes all the way out, shot in, and it's gloved out of the air nicely. We got our first stoppage, and it's frozen there by Donaghy with 21-25 left to go here in the first. It's a shot for Snider, but nothing more, and it's going to be a far side of the ice from us, but really near side, near circle drop on the defensive side of the ice for the Stars. Clean win again by the Stars. That's Nikolaitis working that pack for O'Day. O'Day on up to O'Leary. And that puck chipped just a bit forward and then up and out of the zone. Picking that puck up is Rosick. Rosick out there fires that in. Oh, it leaks through, but it's covered nicely by the Snider netminder. And so the Stars with their first shot on goal, but nothing more there after the quick cover from Snider. We'll see if we can get that replay working for you here. And you can see that puck just leak to the side of the crease, but nothing more just yet for the Stars. 21:09 left to go in the first half here. And it's Nikolaitis at the dot. Wins that puck forward, but it'll be Snider coming away with it at the far side of the rink. Snider now pouring forward. Three Stars converge. Able to separate the visitors from the puck momentarily. Snider has it back, though. Side of the cage, looking out front. The give and go nearly connects. Good defensive work in front of Patrick Donaghy there to keep their netminder clean. And now the Stars will dump in once more. It's all the way over to Rosick. Leaves it there for Nikolaitis. Nikolaitis turns in the near corner for it. Trying to work that puck out of trouble. Snider had too many men on Nikolaitis. Not too many men on the ice. And they'll come the other way with it. Snider all the way into the offensive zone now. They turn and fire. That goes off the end boards. All the way around comes Snider. Player tripped up. We're not going to get a call out there, even though the Snider fans wanted one. It's now the Stars trying to dig it out of their near defensive corner. That puck's going to roll all the way over toward Viscoso. He's got two men on him. Snider away with it in that far corner. But Snider's still on the puck, trying to throw it out front. Good defensive work to keep this outside by the Stars. Rosick now trying to back check his man in the defensive zone and get the puck away from him. The Stars eventually do. It was Alec O'Day that did the business. He gets the return pass on over from Viscoso. It's O'Day. Long pass up to Nikolaitis. Nikolaitis gains the line, dumps on in, giving chase now. In that far corner is Rosick. He's out there all alone as the Stars making a line change here. Excuse me, it was Bergman. It was shot out of a cannon to try and keep that puck in the offensive zone. He had done enough. And now the Stars have it back. It's the Stars trying to work through Bizarro in the slot. Bizarro back check all alone in the slot. Shoots. That one takes a deflection up and wide. And so it'll be Kocher back to retrieve. He's got Ramos with him. He finds him near side of the ice. Ramos all the way across. He's going to find Bizarro again. But this time, Stars go just a bit offside with 19:20 left to go here in the first half. It's a reminder, you're watching Midnight Sports. You're on your couch in August, and I'm cold here in the rink. It's Midnight Sports. This will be Belonik at the dot. Clean win. Back to Kocher. Kocher retrieves, spins it to the far side of the ice. Stars will dump in once more. That one was on net, It's Snider first to it, and their breakout play works well here. Steaming up the center of the ice is Snider. They'll look to dump on in. It's now the Stars through Bergman trying the same breakout play. Nearly connects for the Stars. Instead, Snider pick up the rolling puck, but it is Bolonic trying to work that over for Ramos. Ramos lays the wood, and now it's Kotcher behind his own net with a man draped all over him. That puck's on the back of the twine, chopped off by two players, and it's Snider trying to move that puck forward. Stars able to clear the zone, but nothing more as Snider will go to the neutral zone, retrieve, and then work it. Defenseman to defenseman in their own zone. Snider on the puck. Now they'll work it up toward the neutral zone. Bouncing puck hits the boards. Kotcher tries to work it farther there. He's able to do so. He and Bolonic can go for a change as Snider retrieves in their own end. Now Zakov out there, and he's on the forecheck trying to work that puck deeper in the zone. Instead, it bounces on out, so O'Day to retrieve and works the puck on over for Zakov, and it'll be Davios trying to pick that puck up in front of the Snider bench. Just a bit deeper goes the puck off the stick of Druda. And the Stars trying to get that puck deeper in the zone. Instead, deflected up and out of play, which gives us a stoppage at 17:55 left to go in the first half. Now the Stars with a couple of good chances in the slot just a few moments ago. But that's about as close as anyone has come yet in this game. And so it's an offensive zone draw for the home team. It's now O'Day firing that in from the blue line. It takes a deflection, though, and it's jammed up and out of the zone. So Druda on it first in the neutral zone. Snider tries to pick off a pass. Instead, Davios and Russo combine, and now it's Russo on over. Stars try to work that up and out. They do. Davios works it up to Zakov, and he's going to carry that puck all the way into the zone. To the end boards it goes. Then Snider works it to the far side of the ice, but Druda able to get in the way. At first offer, Russo keeps the puck in the zone, as he so often does, and the Stars try to pull the trigger. Can't quite yet, as the puck pinballs between some skates. Worked all the way up to the far point, then fired in. That one was Davios trying to get that puck down on a redirect. Instead, it dropped straight down to the ice. Snider able to clear. It's Snider first to the puck at the offensive end boards for the visitors in orange. And now trying to work that puck past Russo. Russo able to work it to the near corner of the defensive zone, and the Stars will break out in the other direction. Here come the Stars through the slot, taking a couple of hits to work that puck deep so they can get four new skaters out on the ice. And they do exactly that. Now Snider with a stretch pass. They were looking for that home run pass. And icing wave there as Snider first to it. And so this will be the Stars looking to pick that puck up behind their own net. Bouncing puck's going to find Nico Viscoso. Works it up to the near point. No farther, though. Fired in. Donaghy able to make the save. And then has the helmet pop up off his head as the Stars take exception to the fact that Snider continued to play as that puck had hit Donaghy's helmet, knocked it off his head. He made the save. So you got to give him credit for the shot. And then the quick whistle afterwards. Good job by the refs, keeping everybody safe out there with 16:21 left to go here in the first half. Officials just checking the netminder's equipment, making sure that it'll stay on when necessary. And it looks like we are ready to go. Puck's dropped. Snider tries to win that forward. Stars first to it. They flick it on up to the near point. No farther just yet, as the team from Brooklyn hasn't gotten out of the defensive zone just yet. It will be Snider all the way around, far side of the ice. They'll dump it into that far corner. Stars doing well thus far to keep Snider to the outside. That puck comes through the blue paint, though. Commentator's curse as that bouncing puck in again. Donaghy with the save. And this will be the Stars trying to go back in the other direction. Fired around to the near side. O'Leary to pick it up. He delays there. He takes a big hit into the boards. And now that puck's fired wide. Well, it'll be the Stars trying to push that puck forward through Rosick. And Snider will dump in once more. We'll see if there's going to be any justice here, or it's just going to be a face-off at center ice. Looks like it may be the latter, as five skaters aside out on the ice. 15:39 left to go here in the first. It's the Stars carrying that puck forward all the way in, shooting. That's gloved down. And it'll be Snider picking up the loose change, working it up to the near side of the ice, right under the camera well here, as O'Day works on his man there. That puck flits just wide of the goal. And so it's Snider trying to reset far side of the ice, curling toward on the tight angle shot. Donaghy shuts it down once more. Stars work that puck up to the far half wall and then able to get that puck up and out past the blue line. Snider tries to dump in once more. Too many Stars in the way. And now that puck worked up through the neutral zone. Snider takes over control once more. It is Kotcher picking up that puck with speed behind his own net. Works it off the boards. Waiting there was Bergman. Finds Pizarro in the neutral zone. Pizarro able to go around one man and two, but not the third as the Stars pour into the offensive zone, trying to keep control of the puck. They do. Pizarro had stayed deep, and now he'll give chase. Two Snider players in the way here. They'll work it up softly. O'Day had pinched in. Covering for him was Bolonic, and he'll pick it up all the way back in his own end and then work that far side of the ice. It's Snider trying to take the body every time the Stars try to leave their zone. We'll see how that narrative shakes out. And not just in the chippiness of the game, but certainly if the Stars are able to step past a player at their own blue line, they may have an odd man rush in the opposite direction. Stoppage in play here. Looks like it's going to be a penalty call on Snider. Gesture appeared to be interference out there. We'll have to check the official score sheet afterwards. But perhaps stepping up at the blue line has caught Snider flat-footed. And so, Stars with the first power play of the day. It's 5-on-4 out there with 14:15 left to go in this first half. Snider able to eject that puck up and out of the zone. Back for it is O'Leary. And Snider just trying to waste some time in the offensive end to kill off this 2-minute minor. It's the Stars looking to dig that puck out. Haven't been able to do so yet. Leaning on a man out there is Russo. Snider comes away with it, and it'll go for a tripping call. And just 23 seconds into that power play, it's going to be a 4-on-4 instead, with 13:54 remaining to go here in the first. And then a very abbreviated power play for Snider, assuming no more paperwork gets filed in the intervening minute and 37 seconds. Now it's going to be a far circle drop in the defensive zone here for the Stars. 4-on-4 hockey. Looks like O'Leary and Kotcher out there as two of the four. Faceoff sits in the dot for more than a minute, as now it's Rosick trying to work that puck up and out of the zone. Fired in. Getting down quickly was Donaghy. Not sure if Ramos got a block on it as well. And then that puck is sent up and out of the zone. 4-on-4 hockey. Icing is in effect here as the numbers on the ice are even. It's Rosick on the puck. He's able to go around one man and two. Tries to leave the puck there at the blue line. Spins it for O'Leary. O'Leary fires in. That shot's blocked. And now it'll be Snider trying to come back in the other direction. It's Snider 2-on-2. All the way into the offensive zone, joining to make it a 3-on-3, now a 4-on-4 out there. All the players in the Stars defensive zone, but the Stars able to fire that up and out. So we can finally count that original shot on goal that Ramos and Donaghy were able to reject in the other direction. It's now Snider pouring forward, 43 seconds left to go in the 4-on-4 here. That shot ends up going wide of the cage. It'll be Snider looking to pick it up in the near offensive corner, but it's Pizarro coming away with the puck. Dominic Pizarro with some open ice ahead of him. He's got a back checker all over him, but he's able to skate that into the offensive end, tries to throw it across, and a Snider skate in the way. And so now, pinching up was O'Day, but here comes Snider in a 2-on-1. It's Snider all the way back. Donaghy fires the pad down, makes the save, and the cleanup goes first to the Stars. And here they come in the other direction. O'Day fires. Shot aside right now on that sequence. But no numbers other than that on the scoreboard there. It'll be Snider all the way back into the offensive end. That shot goes high and wide off a deflection. And now that puck pops into Donaghy's glove. And so a couple of shots for Snider. One for the Stars. 17 seconds left to go on the abbreviated power play for the visitors in orange. Well, 12:10 left to go here in the first half. And the Stars back in action tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. Then again at 1 p.m. Be no broadcast tomorrow at 7 a.m. due to a broadcasting conflict, but at 1 p.m. we hope to bring you all the coverage right here on Midnight Sports. Puck drop, sits at the dot, tying his man up out there was the Stars centerman. That puck rolls in front. It's slowed down by the Stars, and now it'll be O'Day working that to the far corner. Snider up at their own offensive blue line. They'll fire that in. Donaghy able to slide across. That looked like it caught the dangler as Snider still on the puck. We're back to 5-on-5 hockey here. Snider fires in, and that puck ends up whipping wide. And so it'll be the Stars trying to come forward with it. They're in the neutral zone, but no farther, as it'll be Bolognic now working that puck just a bit deeper, but without possession. Here comes Snider back in the other direction. Stretch pass up the center of the ice hits. It's 2-on-2. It's Snider firing in. Blocker to side nicely all the way to the corner by Donaghy. It's now Snider trying to work that puck on up to their own near point, and then on deeper by the half board. Snider fires in. Donaghy takes that off the mask, and then that puck works to the far corner. Stars need to get control here, and that's what they look to do, but Snider gets it right back. They fire it up to the blue line. Look out. Shot comes in through a bunch of traffic, ends up going wide, and the Stars, with a little bit of open ice, work that up to the blue line. Not out once more. Fired in. Donaghy just shovels it aside. Stars need a freeze here or a zone clearance as that puck comes up and out, and instead it ends up in the back of the net. And so Snider able to draw first blood here with 10:46 left to go in this first half. Well, shots in the rink, 8-2. Snider on our board, 12-4. And so far, that tells the tale at least of the last few minutes here. The Stars with some good chances early on, but even better defense by Snider in those moments. And the Stars had been doing very well to limit Snider's chances. That puck, with some bad puck luck, just popped out to Snider a moment ago. And so this is the Stars pouring forward, and that was a no-look shot there. Fired in once more. Quick two saves by a Snider netminder, and onward we play. It was Nikolaitis and Rosick who were circling around that near slot. Big hit there by O'Leary on his counterpart, but out comes Snider nonetheless. It's Snider all the way down to the far side of the ice in the offensive zone, harassed there by the Stars. Bouncing puck up to the point, fired in. Puck sits in front, and then it was cleared nicely by the Stars, and it would have been an offside call on Snider had they touched it, but of course delayed offside this year in 18U hockey, and so onward we play. Stars able to push that puck up to center ice, and now it'll be Snider coming forward with it. Steered clear by the Stars, and so team from Coney Island looks to set up a breakout here. It's Ramos able to shovel that forward, but not up and out just yet. It comes off the stick of Nikolaitis. Good defensive play by him to clear the zone, and Snider will have to reset in their own end. They pump that puck up to the red line, but no farther as Kocher able to stick lift his man, get on the puck, and flick it deep into the offensive zone so the Stars can complete their forward change. Now, Lizikov out there, and that puck left for Russo. Russo fires in, kicked aside by Snider. As Davios able to force his man into a quick pass, Kocher all the way back for it. And the Stars reset in the neutral zone. Russo takes a heavy hit, but he's able to work that puck deep. Snider will have to reset. Puck all the way up to the near point, fired in by the Stars. And that bouncing puck finds Davios, who tries to shovel it farther, but it hits a skate. And here comes Snider in a 3-on-2 if they hurry. Snider fires that wide as O'Day had gotten his stick in front of the shooter. Snider will have to reset behind the offensive net. We'll work that puck to the far side of the ice. Snider at their offensive blue line fires in. That puck is deflected wide of the net as Donaghy had it covered anyway. And now the Stars fire that all the way down. And we will get an icing here with 8:14 left to go in the first half. Defensive zone draw upcoming for the team in the white jerseys. Well, it looks like it'll be Bolognic to take this drop near side of the defensive ice for the Stars. Puck's drop sits at the dot. Snider tries to shovel it farther, but coming over was O'Day. O'Day works that puck on up. Giving chase now is Bergman. Puck at the far side of the ice. Snider looks to pick up. O'Day able to get his skate on the puck and then send it all the way across for awaiting Bolognic. Bolognic all the way into the offensive zone. Tries to go around him, and he does, but the puck just squirts free. And so it's Snider right back in the other direction. O'Day back. 2-on-2. O'Day able to get stick on puck. And it was Bergman firing it up and out of the zone. And Snider resets. They'll pour on in, but Pizarro first to it as he carries it across his own blue line. Pizarro works that puck just farther for Bergman, who's able to dump it on in and avoid the big hit. And so now Bolognic on the forecheck. Pizarro joins him far side of the ice. Pizarro keeps those legs churning, trying to draw a penalty there. Were the Stars unable to do so as Snider nearly comes away with it. Shot comes in off Ramos' stick, and it'll be Snider away with it toward the offensive zone. It's Snider all the way into the offensive end. That puck took a deflection, ends up going harmlessly wide, and Snider looks to reset. That puck sits in the slot. Snider able to pick it up once more. Look out on the backhand. They throw it across. Donaghy slides across, and he's able to throw the big leg pad on it. And it turns into a very nice save for the Stars netminder. Down at the other end of the ice. First, that puck was rolling wide, but it was Donaghy able to throw the big leg pad on to prevent the backdoor slam dunk by Snider. Now Snider winning that face-off forward, coming away with possession at the half wall. And at the top of the slot, trying to set up a shot, but that puck pinballs to a Stars stick. It's O'Leary firing that puck all the way in, and waiting at the far side of the ice was Rosick. He's got a man draped on his back. Now two. In for support is Nikolaitis as that puck is just pinned against the yellow at that far side of the ice. Snider takes it deeper instead. Rolling puck comes out front. Snider there to sweep it aside. Now Snider working that puck up to the point, but no farther, as O'Day able to keep it in the zone. Fired up once more, and this will be Gruda keeping that puck in the zone, far side of the ice. 3 Stars over for support. It's Nikolaitis who has O'Leary with him, and they're trying to work that puck just a bit deeper. Too many skates in the way. O'Leary does work it toward the slot. Snider first to it, though, and they'll come away with it. They fire that puck on up. Should go for an icing. And there's the whistle with 5:52 left to go here in the first half. Well, looks like we may have lost a minute there on the clock. In any event, 5:52, I promise. As shots in the rink, 9-4 in Snider's favor, 13-7 on your screen. And this will be Davios at left wing. Russo to take the drop. As that puck rolls up to Drudo, fires in just wide of the cage. A good scoring chance there for the Stars as there was a lot of traffic in front. And they came oh so close to evening this one up. Instead, it'll be Snider dumping on in with 5.5 ticks left to go in this opening frame of the Stars 18U EJEPL season. Stars able to work that across their own blue line, but no farther as Snider converges on the puck and dumps in once more. Stars with a soft feather out this time. Snider will have to reset in their defensive end. On the forecheck there was Gitman trying to work that puck farther. He gets it back, swipes it farther, and Gitman and Russo will give chase. It's Gitman on the forecheck. He's got Davios out there with him for support. Turning the other way is Snider. And so now it will be Team Snider working all the way up into the offensive end, trying to go around Kocher, it looks like, but unable to do so as Kocher was able to get his skate in the way of that break-in attempt. Snider resets. They'll dump in this time, but only so far as Ramos fires it to the far side of the ice. It's Gitman able to settle that puck down, and now Snider dumps in once more. Puck behind the cage for the Stars to pick up. Kocher first to it, over to Ramos, back to Kocher, and now it'll be Gitman to pick up. Far half wall in the defensive zone. Russo turning for the puck. He takes a hit there, but he's able to move it to a teammate. Flicking it to himself is Kocher, who's able to then dump on in. Giving chase is Pizarro as the Stars make a change on the fly here. Puck comes on up to the point, fired in once more through traffic. And it was a nice save by the Snider netminder. And now stepping into one is Bolognic all the way at the dot. Bolognic on the backhand looks all the way across, trying to connect with Bizarro just out of his reach. And here comes Snider back in the other direction. It's Snider firing that puck, but it was an even better save by Donaghy, who gets a few rounds of applause, even from the Snider fans here in the rink. 3:51 left to go in this first half. And it will be an offensive zone draw for the visitors in Snider. Clean win there by Bolognic, back to the near corner as the Stars look to get this up and out. Snider first to it. Able to fire that puck in, but Donaghy stands tall once more. And so with 3:40 left to go here in the first, we're going to do it all over again at that near defensive circle for the Stars. Now a reminder, there's an ice cut at halftime in EJ games. And so in 3 minutes and 40 game seconds, we'll have about a 10-minute break as the Zamboni comes on out to clean the ice. And both teams will go back to their locker rooms to discuss everything. It looks like it was a near goal there by Nikolaitis, as Rosick able to feed him one just in front. Nikolaitis ran out of real estate, and it turned into a good save. That top line for the Stars is buzzing right now. And so look for Coach O'Brien to be getting them on the ice as much as he can here. And again, this one will be Nikolaitis carrying it into the offensive zone. He fires, and that's gloved down and frozen by the Snider netminder. And so we'll have an offensive zone draw there for the Stars, but nothing more just yet, with 2:57 left to go here in this opening frame. Now it's going to be a far circle drop here for the Stars. They work it on back, fired in once more, gloved down once more by the Snider netminder, and we'll do it all over again with 2:52 left to go in the first half. This is Bolognic at the dot. That one's one over toward the half wall. It's Bizarro. Throws the body in front of that puck to prevent the zone exit. This one's going to go all the way down. Should go for an icing. Arm is raised. Crosses the end line just barely. And Ramos, with a veteran move, may have slow skated that puck just a little bit to buy his team an icing. And there's nobody in a white jersey complaining about that, as they'll get another offensive zone draw out of this with 2:39 left to go in the first half. It's Bolognic, far dot, clean win back to Kotcher. Kotcher feathers that one just a bit deeper. Snider first to it, though, and now Kotcher looks to turn to prevent the breakout. Instead, it's Snider all the way into the offensive end. They hit the post on that shot, and every goaltender will tell you if they hit the post, it means they didn't score, and onward we play. This will be Ramos working that puck on over for Bolognic. Bolognic carries that in, throws it all the way across. Bergman tries to tap it home instead. That was a nice save by Team Snider. And so this will be Snider back into the offensive end. Look out, they're in the slot. That puck bounces up and over after the Donaghy save. And it will be Snider trying to reset once more. This is the Stars able to move that puck up and out. Turning was Bizarro, but upended. It was incidental contact between two players' skates, and so Snider able to get to that puck first. And it's now the Stars shoveling that across as they look to gain some offensive zone possession, but this puck just sits under the camera well here. Bizarro and Russo trying to combine to get that puck up and out. Instead, Snider fires that all the way deep for an icing with 1:25 left to play here in the first. Another offensive zone draw upcoming for the Stars. We're looking to open their account here in EJEPL game number 1 of this August Showcase weekend. And it will be Russo at the dot. Russo leaves for Gitman. Gitman carries it to the corner. Snider able to work that across to the far side. Snider works it up only to the blue line. Viscoso keeps it in and sends it deep. It's now Izikov on the puck, and he works it for Gitman. Gitman now at the end boards as a man shoulders him aside, and Snider looks to take over once more. Russo able to jam up that zone exit, and Snider will have to try again as we're under 60 seconds left to play in this first half. Snider able to break out that time. It was Ramos, long stick, separates his man from the puck. Shot comes in. It's blocked nicely by Nico Viscoso. And here come the Stars in the other direction. They make it to the offensive blue line. No farther there, though, as Snider had put up a wall. Now the Stars trying to work that puck farther, but Snider takes over. 30 seconds left to play here in the first half. Snider on the puck. They fire one in. It's Donaghy with a save. Did just enough to send that puck all the way to the far corner. And so the Stars break out of the zone. And it'll be Snider working that across the ice, looking to pick that up. Were the Stars. Instead, though, puck rolls to the neutral zone. 7 seconds left to play. Maybe one more chance here for the Stars to fire it on the net. Instead, some heavy hitting by Snider. And so there goes the buzzer. And after one, it's Snider 1, the Stars 0. Stick around, and we'll have the ice cut, some words from our sponsors, and we will be back with all the action here from Exton in just a moment. This is Midnight Sports.
Hey there, folks. Come on down to Rowdy Howdy's Cars, Trucks, and SUVs today. You won't want to miss these sweet deals on some vintage automobiles. It's our special Bring Home a Gnome weekend. Sure, you've heard of adopting dogs, but did you know that thousands of garden gnomes are without gardens, and by extension, neighborhood kids to freak out? I mean, just look at that guy. I'll even throw him in for no extra charge, even though he's doing a bang-up job of chasing off those rats. You might not believe me, but would our top salesman Hubba Bubba lie to you? It's Rowdy Howdy's. 1234 Fake Cat Boulevard, just off the interstate, right past the biggest American flag you've ever seen. Rowdy Howdy!
I'm not here to tell you to buy Canadian Hawk jeans or that they make your butt look amazing. Jeans are passed down from parents to offspring, often determining traits like hair color, personality, and even eye color.
These jeans have great genes. Hockey fans, does your dog prefer your partner over you? Do you get frustrated when you're the one getting the dog's food and water and your spouse still gets all the cuddles? Well, guess what? We've solved your problem with Bacon Stick, the new bacon-scented deodorant. Now your dog will choose you every time. Guaranteed to work or your money back. Guarantee not applicable if your dog just doesn't like you. Like, for real though, how bad a person do you have to be for a dog not to like you? Liking everyone is their one universal quality. It's Bacon Stick. Smell better. Hockey fans, do you ever have trouble figuring out when to leave for a game? It can be hard to know how long the drive will take, when warm-ups will start, and even when the ice will be available. But worry no more, scientists have been hard at work creating the Hockey Calculator, which will tell you exactly when to leave for the game. The patented technology of the Hockey Calculator means that you don't have to spend a moment thinking about when to leave anymore. Simply enter the start time of your child's game as well as when you think you should leave, and the calculator will instantly tell you to leave earlier than you planned. It's the Hockey Calculator. We take the plan out of planning. Hockey fans, is there someone in your life that you don't like all that much? Hate's too strong a word, but you wouldn't mind seeing a little universal justice enacted? Well, at Bad Weather Forecasting, we have just the product you're looking for. That's right, it's a purposely wrong weather forecast. Just send our forecast calling for sunny skies to your frenemy, and he or she will be the only one outside without an umbrella when the inevitable downpour comes. It's Bad Weather Forecasting. Get one back for the good guys. Hockey fans, driving in New York isn't getting any easier, but not everyone can afford a self-driving car. Have you considered purchasing an angry robot passenger instead? An ARP lets you focus on the road while it yells at the cars around you for driving too slow, driving too fast, and everything in between.
Move your vehicles. Clear the roadway immediately.
Driving in New York is stressful. Let an ARP do the yelling for you. Get yours today. Hey there, folks. Come on down to Rowdy Howdy's Cars, Trucks, and SUVs today. You won't want to miss these sweet deals on some vintage automobiles. It's our special Bring Home a Gnome weekend. Sure, you've heard of adopting dogs, but did you know that thousands of garden gnomes are without gardens, and by extension, neighborhood kids to freak out? I mean, just look at that guy. I'll even throw him in for no extra charge, even though he's doing a bang-up job of chasing off those rats. You might not believe me, but with our top salesman, Hubba Bubba, lie to you? It's Rowdy Howdy's. 1234 Fake Cat Boulevard, just off the interstate, right past the biggest American flag you've ever seen. Rowdy Howdy!
I'm not here to tell you to buy Canadian Hawk jeans or that they make your butt look amazing. Genes are passed down from parents to offspring, often determining traits like hair color, personality, and even eye color.
These genes have great genes. Hockey fans, does your dog prefer your partner over you? Do you get frustrated when you're the one getting the dog's food and water and your spouse still gets all the cuddles? Well, guess what? We've solved your problem with Bacon Stick, the new bacon-scented deodorant. Now your dog will choose you every time. Guaranteed to work or your money back. Guarantee not applicable if your dog just doesn't like you. Like, for real though, how bad a person do you have to be for a dog not to like you? Liking everyone is their one universal quality. It's Bacon Stick. Smell better. Hockey fans, do you ever have trouble figuring out when to leave for a game? It can be hard to know how long the drive will take, when warm-ups will start, and even when the ice will be available. But worry no more, scientists have been hard at work creating the Hockey Calculator, which will tell you exactly when to leave for the game. The patented technology, the Hockey Calculator, means that you don't have to spend a moment thinking about when to leave anymore. Simply enter the start time of your child's game as well as when you think you should leave, and the calculator will instantly tell you to leave earlier than you planned. It's the Hockey Calculator. We take the plan out of planning. Hockey fans, is there someone in your life that you don't like all that much? Hate's too strong a word, but you wouldn't mind seeing a little universal justice enacted? Well, at Bad Weather Forecasting, we have just the product you're looking for. That's right, it's a purposely wrong weather forecast. Just send our forecast calling for sunny skies to your frenemy, and he or she will be the only one outside without an umbrella when the inevitable downpour comes. It's Bad Weather Forecasting. Get one back for the good guys. Hockey fans, driving in New York isn't getting any easier, but not everyone can afford a self-driving car. Have you considered purchasing an angry robot passenger instead? An ARP lets you focus on the road while it yells at the cars around you for driving too slow, driving too fast, and everything in between.
Move your vehicles. Clear the roadway immediately.
Driving in New York is stressful. Let an ARP do the yelling for you. Get yours today.
Well, welcome on back here as we nearly are set for the second half of this EJEPL showdown. Not much separating these teams thus far. The stellar play of Patrick Donaghy in goal for the Stars. The story of that first half as Snider with a few grade A chances as that puck bounced like a magnet to their stick near the goal mouth. And Donaghy equal to the task. Snider only putting one up on the scoreboard, and so the Stars, with all the game left to play for, here with 25 minutes on the clock as they get ready to get on the ice at the far end. It's an EJ game, and so the teams do not switch sides as they would for a second period. If it were, easy for you to say, if it were a 3-period game. Of course, 18U hockey, sure you remember all of that, but sometimes you need to just say things to fill the time, and so here we are. Again, a reminder, the Stars back in action tomorrow morning, 7 a.m. against the Flyers Youth. Unfortunately, no broadcast for that game, but tomorrow at 1 p.m. against the Pennsylvania Huntsmen. We hope to have the broadcast there for you. And certainly Sunday at 9 a.m. against Genesis Hockey Club. All games here from Exton, PA. We'll have that Sunday game for you. No doubt about it. Right here on Midnight Sports. Officials just making sure the nets are in place here before the teams come back out on the ice. There'll be an abbreviated warm-up period. And then we will be right back in action here from Exton. Stick around, enjoy some royalty-free music as the players get loose. This is Midnight Sports. All right, there goes the whistle. And the players on over to their benches for that last-minute strategy. If anything wasn't discussed in the locker room, it can be discussed now. Or it's probably just an underline exclamation point on the strategy discussions from that halftime. And so it's the Stars over toward their bench. And now on over that bench comes James Nicolaitis to take this drop. He's got Ramos and Viscoso behind him. O'Leary to his left and Rosick to his right. We'll get set here. 25 minutes left to go in this game. We put it up on the board. We promised we'd do it all over again, and we have. And so this is the second half of EJEPL game numero uno. Midnight Sports, now in Espanol. That puck gets stuck because of the water on the ice. It's fired in. Donaghy able to get himself all the way across and make 3 saves. And the quick whistle goes. And Donaghy with the save before that was tucked home. And so give him 3 on the board. All-Stars saves, just 11 seconds into this one. That puck stuck on the ice in the slot. Unfortunate ice conditions, but you see it sometimes in August in these games when it's hot outside, hard for the water to refreeze on the rink in time. And so the ice, of course, is the same for both teams. No complaints from either team as we play on here. It's Nicolaitis leaning into a player there. Snider looks to come away with it. It was Rosick able to gum up the play, but here comes Snider in the other direction. All the way across was Viscoso. Snider will have to clear on delayed offside. Back for it is Nico Viscoso. He has Nicolaitis circling in front of his net. Works that on over for Ramos. Ramos on up past the blue line, and it's touched farther by the Stars there. But we are gonna have a penalty call here on Snider. And hard to see the gesture. There it is. Roughing. 2 minutes for roughing on Snider with 24:10 left to go. Stars with a grade A opportunity. Fresh ice to try and notch one here on the power play. Power play unit number 1 over the boards. It's Russo, Bizarro, O'Leary. Nicolaitis back at the left point. And Rosick at the right point. That's touched farther by Snider. Rolling puck is going to be picked up by Nicolaitis in his own end. Works it on over for O'Leary, near corner. It's O'Leary on the puck, circling behind his cage here on the forehand, able to step past a man, but the puck gets stuck on the ice once more. Nicolaitis able to flick it over the puddle, and then that puck gets stuck once more, but the Stars were able to get that up and out. And now it's the Stars pouring into the offensive end. Rosick able to tap that forward. Snider to pick up. Russo on the back check separates his man from the puck momentarily. Snider will work it over to the near side of the ice. It's going to be flicked up. Nikolaitis able to get a skate in the way, but here comes Snider. It's a 2-on-0 into the offensive end. Snider on the puck, and it's Donaghy who stands tall. Oh boy, what a save at the far side of the ice on the shorthanded opportunity. For Snider, it was Donaghy who stood tall as that bouncing puck found a Snider player, and it was a 2-on-0 in the other direction as Donaghy able to throw the big mid on it by himself. A whistle there with 23-22 remaining to play here in the second half. That puck comes toward the slot off the faceoff. Bouncing puck still in the Star zone. Still very pondy, if that's a word, down at that far side of the ice. A lot of water there on the ice. And so it's the Stars looking to break out. They fire one in. It hits a shin guard, never makes it to the net, and Snider fires it right back the other way, as that one's going to be dumped all the way down for Donaghy to pick up and play. He's going to find O'Leary on the puck. That puck sits in front of the net. It's spun wide, and the ponding on the ice at that Stars end is really causing difficulty for the home team to get the puck up and out, as the puck just sticks to the ice when there's so much water on it. This will now be Ramos to pick up. That water will dissipate as the ice gets skated up a bit, but for now, it's making the Stars' power play chances very difficult to move the puck out of their defensive end. It was Bergman spinning that puck deeper, fired in. Snider able to get down, make the save. Zakhoff on the puck, works it up to the blue line, but past everybody goes the puck off a deflection, and so Bergman has to let that one go. This is the Stars trying to get that puck deeper in the zone, and the sound dropped out there for you a minute. Apologies, but looks like we're back up and running. And so sometimes, just like the ice can have ponding, our equipment can have a few problems here on the broadcast. In any event, up and running. It's Gitman on the forecheck there, as it'll be Russo working that puck just a bit deeper. It comes on up to O'Day. O'Day shovels it down farther. Russo on the puck right under the camera well as he tries to send it farther. Gitman in for support. Russo carries that puck deeper into the corner, shoulder to shoulder with his man, as Snider looks to come away with it. They send it all the way off the dasher on the far side, and it will be the Stars tracking all the way back to their own end as we tick toward 20 minutes left to play. 2020, in fact, on the clock. Make a wish. It's O'Day working that puck all the way in, but it's going to go for an icing this time with 20:11 left to play in this game. It's an offensive zone draw for Snider. Well, looks like this one's going to come at the near side of the defensive zone for the Stars, and it'll be to Donaghy's left. And that puck just sits at the dot for a moment. Worked up to the near point by Snider. And the bouncing puck does find an orange stick. Fired in, shoveled aside by Donaghy. And this will be Rosick now trying to carry that puck farther in the near corner. It gets caught in some water once more. Rosick taps it for Ramos. Up into the netting it goes. And so we'll get a stoppage in play here with 19:50 left to go, as the button on your clock sometimes gets stuck. Of course, the clock on your screen, just an approximation of the clock in the rink. And so don't head to DraftKings anytime soon on whether the time is always accurate. In any event, it's Snider taking that face-off win back to the far point, and we'll head toward 19:30 left to play in this game as 2 Stars and 2 Snider men behind the net. Puck pops loose to the Stars. They feather that up, and it's tapped farther there by O'Leary. Snider takes over in the neutral zone. Cut out by Nikolaitis. Bodies go flying at the Stars' blue line. And Snider racks that puck deep. It comes all the way to the far point. Trying to shovel that puck deeper in the zone is Snider. The Stars all over it there. They take a big hit to move that puck. And now it's O'Leary waiting for the puck at the near half wall. He's able to move it past the blue line. Right back in comes Snider, and then that puck is flicked up and out. And so the Stars give chase near side of the ice. It's Nikolaitis on the forecheck. Snider now moving with speed. Lining a man up there was Bizarro for a big hit instead. Able to get his stick on the puck to gum up the zone breakout. Snider has to reset near side of the ice. They do. All the way across they go in front of their own bench. And it will be the visitors moving into the offensive end. Upended there. No arm raised. And no Snider fan seems to complain. And so onward we go. It's Bizarro now on the puck into the offensive end. Bizarro shoots, and it's deflected up and over the net. And so this is Snider flicking it into their own bench. Should be an offensive zone draw for the Stars with 18:20 left to play here in the second half from Exton, PA. Game 1 of the New York Stars 2025-2026 season. And it'll be Bolognic, Bizarro, and Bergman as the forwards. Viscoso and O'Day as the defenders. The aforementioned Viscoso fires that in. It goes off a shin guard just wide. And it'll be Snider picking the puck up and moving with speed through the neutral zone. Viscoso able to poke check that away. Snider pours into the offensive end, but on a delayed offside. And so the Stars with a little bit of time to move the puck. So Day back to Viscoso. Viscoso on up. He finds Bizarro. Bizarro across the blue line. And the Stars still on a delayed offside. Need to get out of the zone. They do, as Snider with some time to move that puck on up. Snider dumping on in. Turning now is Kocher. Far corner of the ice. Zamboni doors and the ice in front. Able to gobble up the puck. And so now the Stars have to get to work on getting that puck up and out of the zone. It's Snider with control. Near corner. They'll curl toward the front of the net. Rolling all the way across the blue paint was the puck. That shot goes wanting as nobody was home for Snider. It's the Stars trying to chip that puck up and out. Instead, it's chipped up into the Stars bench. Hard luck there for the Stars. Looked like it might have gone off a Snider player into the Stars bench. Instead, it's going to be a defensive zone draw for the team from Brooklyn. And so with 17-16 left to go here in the second half, it's a face-off to Donaghy's right. This looks to be Russo at the dot. Clean win, straight back through the circle. Snider, though, taking over. Tight angle shot, hits the outside of the metal. Onward we play here as the Stars try to chip that up. It's filtered right back in by Snider, but it'll be Ramos in the way, and now he's able to skate up. Dishes that on over to Izakov, and it is Gitman on the puck in that far corner momentarily. Snider sends a bunch of skaters in his direction, and they're able to get that puck on up and out. So Ramos back to his defensive end for it. Snider all over him there on the forecheck. They look to come away with it at the end boards. And puck rolls in front. Donaghy able to reject it. Ensuing shot goes high and wide. And now it's Kocher able to shoulder dip his way out of trouble. And the Stars work it on up and out. It's now the Stars all the way into the offensive zone. But they lost an edge on the entry and go just a bit offside. Or what will be a neutral zone drop near side of the ice. 16:25 left to go here in the second half. And it will be O'Day and Druda as the defenders. Rosick, Nikolaitis, and O'Leary as the forwards. Nikolaitis, clean win back to O'Day. O'Day shovels that right in front of the scorer's booth. Comes off a skate, though, and here comes Snider into the offensive end. They throw it across the crease. Nobody home once more as the Stars able to pick that puck up through Nikolaitis. He's one-on-one into the offensive end. That deflection carries that puck up and over the net. O'Leary able to settle the puck down, and it's Rosick calling for it near side. Instead, it comes all the way up to O'Day. but he gets handcuffed by the pass. Unfortunately, if you're a Stars fan, but you're loving it if you're Snider. And so Snider will pick up the puck in their own end. O'Leary steps into a man there, separates him from the puck. That's another Snider player. Will pick up that loose puck, and now it's a breakaway in the other direction. Snider on in. It was Donaghy shutting it down once more. Puck still out at front. Stars need to get this puck up and out. Snider still on the puck in the slot. Long reach of the Stars. Able to carry that puck to the blue line, but no more just yet. Donaghy with the breakaway save. Ensuing shot takes a deflection, goes wide of the cage. And now it's the Stars trying to get this puck up and out of the zone. Snider all over it in the near corner. Nikolaitis hounds his man there as Snider still with possession. They'll dump it to the end boards. Truder now steps on a man out in front, and it's Donaghy shutting those leg pads, to prevent that puck from finding the back of the net. It's O'Leary stepping into a man once more in front of the Snider bench. And now the Stars able to take over possession. Rosick on the puck, chips that back up toward Drudo. Bouncing puck, though, between some skates. Snider takes over. Snider on the puck. They come into the offensive end now. The visitors, but the Stars able to come away with it. They try and send it across the ice. It hits a skate there. And now the play just a bit disjointed as Snider picks it right back up. Pours on in. Bolonic able to settle that puck down and send it right back out of the defensive zone. It's Bizarro laying the body on a man, separating him from the puck. But here comes Snider once more on the forehand. They're able to jump on that puck. We'll see here. And it was Donaghy reaching back. And he was able to keep that puck from crossing the line. And it just goes for a shot on goal. The acrobatics of Donaghy able to keep that puck from reaching the end line and doubling the Snider lead. And so, with 14-18 left to go here in what looks like a pitcher's duel, but has been very entertaining and active, it's a defensive zone draw for the Stars. That one up into the netting on a deflection. 14-13 left to go in this game. Now that puck sits at the dot. It was Bolonic there, shot in, deflection carried up and over the net. And so it's the Stars trying to get that puck up and out. Instead, deflection all the way across. Snider tries to retrieve there. It was Ramos with one shot block and then two. And the puck up into the netting. We'll do it all over again from the near defensive circle with just under 14 minutes left to play. Stars able to make a change after that puck up into the netting. Izikov able to win that cleanly, and Ramos spins it to the far side. It's Viscoso on up, and getting leaned on there looked like Gitman, but he was able to work that puck into the offensive end after taking a big hit. Snider will have to head back to retrieve. And it's now Viscoso settling the puck down. He's got Ramos. He tries to send it point to point for him. Instead, the puck rolls in on Donaghy, and so he'll just cover it there with 13:32 left to go. Nearly halfway through this second half. If you can figure that out, you're smarter than me. But that's a pretty low bar these days. And so it will be Izikov, O'Day. Looks like Davio's perhaps in the wing spot. It is. That face-off win just comes right in on Donaghy. And so we'll do it all over again with 13:28 left to go here in this second half. Well, puck sits in the offensive end here for Snider. They're trying to pump that up to the point. Maybe get something past Donaghy that way, who has stood tall all game. And I say that with my fingers crossed, I guess. No commentator's curse against Stars netminders from this booth by any stretch. And so it's Snider trying to come back. It's 3-on-3 in the other direction. Kocher able to turn his man as Snider looks to pick up that bouncing puck. Is going to find a couple of sticks, but it's a Snider one that snaps it on net, and that one goes wide as Gitman over to try and track that puck down. It's tapped forward by the Stars. The Stars leave the zone. They can make a change here as the puck's carried forward. Shot in there by Kocher. It was a snap shot, And it'll be Izakov on the forecheck as Nikolaitis is out there as well now. Snider just fires that in, and it's a save there by Donaghy as the Snider man comes in on him. And so 12:22 left to go here in the second half. Defensive zone draw for the Stars, who are right in the thick of this game. Just need one clear sight of goal to even it up. This will be Nikolaitis to take the drop. He's got O'Leary in the slot awaiting. Should any puck come near the netminder, it's Nikolaitis picking off a pass. On up was Rosick. As he was storming forward, he got upended and didn't get the call, as he's explaining to the official that he certainly would have gotten to that pass had he not been tripped on his way into the offensive zone. But as is so often the case, the official with a shrug saying he didn't see it, and you can't see what you don't call, aka you can't call what you don't see. In any event, this is Nikolaitis taking that win all the way back to the corner. It was Druda on the puck, worked on up to O'Leary, who feathers it farther past the blue line. Nikolaitis across, try and pick it up and carry it farther. Too many Snider skaters in the way, and they will come back in the other direction. Fired all the way across, looking for a deflection. Was Snider. Instead, puck rolls to Rosick, and then it's chopped up and out by Nikolaitis at center ice. He'll joust with his man there, and he takes a big hit, but it's the Stars able to prevent the zone break-in. It would have been a delayed offside, and now Rosick and a Snider man down to the ice, and so Nikolaitis over to separate the players on that far side of the ice, as you'd expect. Rosick and his counterpart to both go to the box here for roughing. We'll see what the official call is at 11:38 left to play in this second half. Well, just more of a conversation here between the officials. It's game one of what's been a relatively straightforward game in terms of disciplinary action. You'd expect this just to be concurrent minors for the players, but we'll see just what this action will entail. Just some explanation between the officials and the benches, which is good officiating, explaining what's going on there. Neither bench seems too put out by the decision, and so we should have a center ice drop 5-on-5 hockey upcoming. Now looks like it's going to be down in the neutral zone, closer to the Stars' blue line, as that's where the action took place. All right, we're ready to go here. No gesture or signal for the score sheet, and so we'll update you when we see those players back on the ice. Until then, 5-on-5 hockey as Bergman carries that forward, and it'll be Snider away with it all the way up the weak side of the ice. Down the right wing comes Snider, trying to get something on net. It was O'Day able to push his man to the corner all the way across, and it was a good stick lift by Kocher to prevent any back post slam. It's now Kocher trying to work that puck up and out of the zone. On the forehand, looks to find Bolonik instead. It's Snider going offside after the puck pinballs around just a bit. And so with 11:07 left to go in this game, shots 19-10 on the scoreboard in favor of Snider. 28-11 in favor of Snider on your scoreboard at home. So far, telling the tale of this game. It was Bizarro who gets tripped in front of the official. They let it go, and onward we'll go here. Well, commentators curse, of course, but it was complimenting the officials, and so anyway, we play on. That puck able to be chested aside by Snider, and look out, could be a 2-on-1 in the other direction. Getting back in a hurry is O'Day. It is a 2-on-1, fired in. Donaghy able to take the optimal angle there and shut down the 2-on-1, and so able to see that one again here as Donaghy came way out to the left side of his crease on the 2-on-1 and was able to make the save, and importantly for the Stars, freeze the puck as well So there was no loose change remaining with 10:39 left to go here in the second half. Snider winning that faceoff. They try a soft shot in, looking for a redirect as the Stars trying to clear the zone through O'Day. It's O'Day behind his own cage, turning, working that puck on up. And he finds Davios, feathers that puck on up. Excuse me, that was O'Leary. And it was Nicolaitis. Tried to find Gitman on the near side of the ice. Gitman bodied off, but O'Leary is in for support. It's O'Leary on the puck, shoots just high of the cage. And now it's Viscoso keeping the puck in the zone. Dumps it deep for Nicolaitis. Nicolaitis tries to hold the puck there. Snider able to come away with it. And it was the O'Leary laser shot that nearly found the back of the cage. Instead, Snider back in action in the offensive zone. Snapping that blocker in the way, though, was Donaghy. And onward we play. Snider back on the puck. Donaghy stands tall once more. Couple of saves in the sequence for the new Stars netminder. And with 9.5 left to play, we play on in this one-goal game. It's now the Stars working that puck deep into the offensive zone, but without possession thus far. And so Snider able to pick it up as the Stars make a partial change. Nicolaitis was on the forecheck. Izikov able to separate his man from the puck. Tapped farther by Viscoso, but dumped in by Snider. And so it'll be Ramos to pick up in his own end. Works it on over for Viscoso. Viscoso on the puck. Works that puck up to the near half wall. And now steaming forward with it is Anthony Russo. Russo on the puck. Turned at the near half wall. Soft pass on up to Drudo. Sends it in. Puck sits in front. Still loose in front. Stars able to snap at it twice. But standing tall once more was the Snider netminder. And we play on. Snider carries it into the offensive end. But it's Ramos taking the swift pass there from a teammate all the way into Stars offensive end as Snider looks to collect the puck before it gets on goal. Now it's Davios harassing his man there all the way across for Izikov. And it's Druda able to keep the zone. Stars look to get this puck deeper in the zone. Instead, Snider able to work it up to the point. And Ramos able to avoid a big hit there at the point as Russo looks to collect. Bouncing puck. Druda gets a stick in the way. Sends that wide in the defensive zone. Now Snider trying to snap that on net. Instead, that rolling puck comes out in front. And the Stars able to live to fight another day on that one as that puck comes to the top of the near circle, but no farther as Ramos tries to clear the zone. It's now Snider on the puck. Forehander, and it's shot and scored. Well, a lot of traffic in front of Donaghy there as that puck was in the mid slot. And it was shot and scored by Snider to extend their lead to 2 here with 7:52 left to play in the second half. Now ensuing faceoff will be Bizarro and Nicolaitis and O'Leary. As the Stars clean win there, back to O'Day. Tries to get the Snider forward to come into the defensive zone so he can pass it beyond him. As the Stars have that puck at the offensive blue line, no farther. Kocher able to pin the puck against the boards there, but it does squirt loose to a Snider stick. On back is Bizarro to cut down on the angle. That shot goes wide. Snider looks to pick it up near point. Snider fires that in. Donaghy gets down, sweeps that aside on the rebound, and it's Kocher on the forehand, trying to get that puck up and out. Surveys the center of the ice, able to fake out a man as then O'Day finds Bizarro. Bizarro with some speed through the neutral zone. Bizarro into the offensive end, tries to carry it farther there, but it's a good poke check by Snider, and now they'll come all the way into the offensive end, Will Snider. As that puck sits in the far corner, under 7 minutes left to play. Stars need some action on the scoreboard, and they need it in a hurry. Maybe a goal can break open the dam here as Bizarro looks to track down that puck and move it farther in the neutral zone. Gains the red line, dumps on it. It's now Snider, far side of the ice, and a heavy hit there by O'Leary on his counterpart, but Snider able to pour forward in the offensive zone. Snider snaps a shot. Donaghy there makes the first save and the second. Puck still loose, but Donaghy then leaves it for his defender in front of the net. It was Ramos who's able to work that puck up. And now Nicolaitis with some speed. That puck poked wide, but it comes to Bizarro, shoots in. That hits a skate, goes wide. And so now it's Snider trying to work back in the other direction. And it's the Stars separating their man from the puck on over to Ramos as Ramos takes a big hit there. And it's Snider back in the other direction. Another big hit behind the play. And the officials letting them play here as that puck ends up wide after the Donaghy save. It's now the Stars trying to work that puck up and out. Instead, Snider with it. They work it up to the near point. Fired in. It was a shot blocked by Ramos and sent up and out of the zone by the Stars. And so now it's Russo and Viscoso getting all the way back as Ramos able to head to the bench for a well-deserved breather. Here come the Stars through Russo on up. It's Russo for Bergman. Bergman streaks forward for the puck. That one's going to go up into the netting, and we'll get a stoppage in play after what had been an aggressive sequence by both teams with 5:16 left to go in this game. Still 2-0. And this will be Rosick, Nicolaitis, and O'Leary as the forwards. O'Day and Druda as the defenders. And so Rosick back out there. The penalty time had expired on the concurrent penalties to the Stars man and the Snider player. Now the Stars trying to keep the zone. Nicolaitis has to carry it out, though. Leaves it for O'Leary. O'Leary turns, surveys his options on the backhand. He'll dangle in just a bit farther. He had bought some time to send it all the way across the ice, and it's Rosick firing it deeper, but Snider able to come away with it and get the puck out of the zone. For Snider, they are happy to jam up any offensive zone time for the Stars by just sending the puck into the neutral zone because we're under 5 minutes left to play here, and they're protecting their 2-goal lead. The Stars trying to get this puck up and out from that far corner. Snider streaking toward the slot, but the bouncing puck instead comes to O'Leary, who dances into the offensive zone with the puck. That shot gets blocked. The ensuing shot goes off the nub of the netminder's stick, and the Stars able to keep the zone. It's Nicolaitis kicking that puck on up to O'Day. O'Day on the puck. Tight angle shot goes across the blue and wide. As he had faked high, he ended up going low, and this is sustained Stars pressure right now as Nicolaitis upended in front of the net. Onward we play. It's O'Day who had pinched all the way in. Rosick able to keep that puck far side of the ice, shovels it farther there for Bizarro. Bizarro on the backhand behind the net. Still Bizarro now. Works that puck to the near half wall. Bizarro leaves it for O'Day at the point. So O'Day back to Bizarro. Bizarro tries to build up some speed on the forehand, carries it deep to the corner. Bizarro behind the cage, and he'll stop. He took two men with him, leaves it for Nicolaitis. Nicolaitis now all the way across to the top of the slot. That puck fired in by Druda, but off a stick and into the netting, and so the sustained Stars pressure amounts to an offensive zone draw. Nothing more just yet. It was probably their best offensive zone time, though, of this game, and that's the kind of progress you want to see in the first game of the season. And this will be Bolognic at the dot. Clean win to Bizarro. Fired in just wide of the cage. Onward we play. It's Snider working that puck up to the point, but not past Ramos. Ramos will carry it in deep to the offensive zone. Ramos on the forehand, tries to work it over toward Bizarro. That puck finds a Snider stick, and keeping the zone there was Bergman, as that puck does eventually roll out, and here comes Snider back in the other direction. 2-on-2. Snider nearly all alone in front, but it was Bolognic that had put some pressure on his man as Bizarro was hanging out there at the blue line. And so a little after action between the players at the neutral zone, but uncalled, so onward we play. It's Bolognic leaving that for Bergman. Bergman carries that puck in deep, Snider in the way, and they'll come back in the other direction. Getting in the way was Kocher to jam up any odd man rush in the other direction. Here comes Snider. O'Day pushes his man just a bit wide toward the backhand and then collects the puck. Good defensive work by 22 on that play. He works it up to Bizarro. Bizarro across the blue line. Gets separated from the puck momentarily, but here comes Bergman. Leaves it there for Bizarro. Too many sticks in the way. Bergman was upended. And so Snider able to come back in the other direction. They'll carry that puck deep. 130 seconds left to go in this game as the Stars making a big push now. It's Bizarro with some speed. Sends that puck on over for Rosick. Rosick leaves for Bizarro. Bizarro on the puck toward the slot. On the forehand. Can't pull the shot off at first. Tried to send it to Nikolaitis at the back post. Instead, the pass went wanting. And so it's Bizarro taking some hits here in the corner, but fighting on for possession of the puck. Tried to dump it in just a bit deeper. Separating his man from the puck was O'Day momentarily, and then he's able to pick off a pass in the neutral zone. Alec O'Day carries it farther. Tries to shovel it farther there. Does the Stars man. Instead, Snider away with it at the near half wall. It's all a bit scrambly out there right now as Kocher sends that puck to O'Leary. And it's a big-time save by the Snider netminder on Derek O'Leary. And so it just goes down as a shot on goal for the Stars, who worked it well toward the net front. Sometimes a great shot is beaten by a better save. And certainly that is what happened right there. We're going to get a timeout on the ice, so that'll give us time enough to pause and remind you you're watching Midnight Sports. It's youth hockey. It's bad dad jokes. It's Midnight Sports. All right, timeout over on the ice. Here's the situation. 89 seconds left to go. Stars need 2 goals to tie this one up. Their best 5 offensive minutes have been the last offensive 5 minutes, and so you have to like the trend line. If this game were 100 minutes, they might be in good shape, but unfortunately for them, it is only 50, and so they'll have to make do with the next 89 seconds and try and get on the board. That net is empty for the Stars. A shot fired in by the Stars and saved nicely by Snider once more. And so we'll do it all over again from the far circle. This will be Bizarro, Russo, O'Leary, Nikolaitis, Ramos, and Rosick. Puck sits at the dot. Snider tries to come away with it. They're going to fire this one down. It took a deflection, and so no icing called on this as we tick toward 1 minute left to play. We're at 1:10 now in the rink, and it's the Stars with speed and the puck through the neutral zone. Come the Stars all the way into the offensive end. It's O'Leary trying to work that up toward Bizarro. Instead, Snider shot out of a cannon. Bizarro leans on his man, but it's going to be Snider away with it. And they'll shoot and score in the empty net. And just like that, it's Snider with the 3-goal lead. Well, 52.6 left to go in this one. Stars had to take a chance there, try and get on the scoreboard. Instead, it was Snider coming away with the puck, able to tuck it home on a bad bounce off the boards. And just unfortunate for the Stars, kind of the story of the game when it came to puck luck for the home team. And so now the Stars trying to just get on the scoreboard to set up some momentum for tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. when they will play the Flyers youth right here in Exton, PA, as that puck went out of play and to the Snider bench. And so we'll have an offensive zone draw here. Izikov able to work it over to Davios. That puck just sits on a stick momentarily. Snider, though, able to get that puck up and out. And now they'll collect at their own blue line. It's Snider on the puck. And it will be the Stars working that deeper in the zone. 25 seconds left to go here as that puck flicked up by Snider. Icing already waved. Kocher back for it. It's now the Stars trying to work that puck just a bit deeper. Instead, Snider able to gain the red line, dump on in with 8 seconds left to go. That might do it here from Exton, PA. Snider pushing the action still, but it's the Stars just moving it to the near side of the ice. We've gone final here from Power Play Rinks in Exton, PA. It's Snider 3, the Stars 0. Thanks so much for tuning in this afternoon. We'll see you again tomorrow afternoon at 1 p.m. Don't forget, Stars play at 7 a.m. tomorrow. No broadcast for that, but we hope to be back with you at 1 p.m. right here on Midnight Sports. Until then, stay safe.